أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Today inshallah we are going to learn about Noon of Tawqeed, Noonul Tawqeed. This Noon Tawqeed, it only occurs with the Mudare and the Nahi, and it is called the noon, or we can call it noon of emphasis as well. There are some important points to remember about this noon of emphasis or noon al-tawqid. The first thing that to remember about noon al-tawqid, that it only comes with the fi'l mudari and fi'l nahi, the present tense and the forbidding tense. The second thing is that it is attached to the end of the fi'l mudari and it gives emphasis to the mudari. Whenever we see a noon of tawqeed attached with the fi'l mudari, we know that there is emphasis in the sentence. Sometimes it is also accompanied by the lam of tawqeed. Then there is double emphasis given when we see them together with the lam of tawqeed and the noon of tawqeed. We know that greater or we can say the intensity of the emphasis uh, is shown in the sentence. A fi'l that has a noon of tawqeed will always translate in the future tense. So these are some important points about noon of tawqeed, that it only comes with the nahi and the mudari, and it is attached at the end of the fi'l mudari to give emphasis in the sentence. Sometimes both lam tawqeed and the noon tawqeed comes together to give more and more emphasis in the sentence. Noon tawqeed will always translate the sentence into the future tense. There are two types of noon tawqeed khafifa and noon tawqeed sakila. So we can say that to give one level of emphasis to a fi'l mudari, that means it has less emphasis in the sentence. A noon is added in the end of the fi'l, and that noon is the noon khafifa. That means a single noon is added, and that is the light noon of the emphasis. And to give more emphasis in the sentence, to raise the levels of the emphasis to the fi'l mudari, two noons are added, and that is called the noon tawqeed as-saqila, and that is why the shadda is given on that noon. That is called the heavy noon of the emphasis, and it is called noon tawqeed saqila in the that means saqil, that is heavy noon. So we should know that the light noon or the noon al-khafifa has only come twice in the Quran, while the heavy noon of emphasis has come so many times in the Quran, and that is why we are going to focus on noon al-tawqeed here. There is a chart for noon al-tawqeed. The simple we know that it only occurs in the fi'l mudari. That is why fi'l mudari nasara yansuru chart is given with the addition of the noon tawqeed sakila, because as I told you that noon khafifa has only come twice in the Quran, while this noon with shadda, that is noon tawqeed sakila, has come many times. So let's see here the chart, and inshallah we are going to see the rules, how they are given for when the noon tawqeed is added in the fi'l mudari. وَيَنْصُرَنَّ هُمَا يَنْصُرَانِّ هُمْ يَنْصُرُنَّ هِيَ تَنْصُرَنَّ هُمَا تَنْصُرَانِّ هُنَّ يَنْصُرْنَانِ أَنْتَ تَنْصُرَنَّ أَنْتُمَا تَنْصُرَانِ أَنْتُمْ تَنْصُرُنَّ أَنْتِ tansurinna, antuma tansurani, antum tansurnani. Ana ansuranna, nahnu nansuranna. So here, this is the chart that is given with the addition of the Nunu Tawqeed. So let's learn about the few rules about how we are going to use this Nun Tawqeed Sakila in the in any failure mudari. We know that the normal Nasaraya, we see that it ends with the Dhamma. It ends with the Dhamma. We can notice that the original fail has for huwa, hiya, anta, ana, nahnu. It always ends with the Dhamma. Huwa, hiya, anta, ana, nahnu. Now, when we are adding Noon Shadda, Noon Tawqeed Sakila, it is replaced with a Fatha when the Noon is added. You can see here Yansuru, when we are going to add this Noon Sakila, Noon Tawqeed with Sakila, we are going to this replace this Dhamma with the Fatha, and then we will add this Noon Shadda, Noon Sakila, and it becomes Yansuranna, that you can see here, Huwa Yansuranna. And here, as mentioned, huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nahnu, you can see in all these parts that the dhamma is turned into a fatha. You can see here, ya, huwa, anta, ana, and nahnu. Here, all they have the fathas instead of the dhamma. So this is a rule. The dhamma is going to change into a fatha. Similarly, for the hum and antum versions, we see that the normal fail or the original fail has a wow as part of the ending. It will be replaced with the dhamma when this noon tawqeed as-sakila is added. Let's see here. This wow, this is dropped here, and this the ending word with the dhamma is given here with the addition of the nun tawqeed as-sakila. So this waw will be dropped, or you can say it will be replaced with this dhamma, or there is already has an original dhamma here. So it will become yan surunna. Yan surunna. Here you can see for humma, for whom and antum, or whom and antum, you can see here these waw are dropped and nono sakila is added here. Now let's see the example from Surah Ibrahim, ayah number 13. وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لِرُسُلِهِمْ لَنُخْرِجَنَّكُمْ مِنْ أَرْضِنَا أَوْ لَتَعُودُنَّ لَنُخْرِجَنَّكُمْ, and here the other word is لَتَعُودُنَّ. So here we can see here this part, as mentioned, this is nukhrijun, nukhriju. Here you can see this fatha is given instead of the dhamma. Nukhriju has become now nukhrijan na, with the addition of this nunus sakila. La nukhrijannakum. Akhraja yukhriju nukhriju. So then it becomes nukhrija, and nunus tawqeed sakila is added here. In the same way, yauduna becomes ta'uduna here for anta, ta'uduna, antum, ta'uduna. While here you can see the dropping of the waw, and then here this is the ma, ta'udu, ta'udu, and then here nun shadda is added here, the ta'udunna. Lanukhrijannakum and la ta'udunna. So see how these rules are applied for huwa and home versions here that can be applied to both huwa, hiya, anta, ana, and nanu, and for whom it is also similar for antum. In the same way, for the nahi chart, you can see here only la is added here. Anta la tansuranna. We know that there are only 6 sighas for fail nahi, the forbidding tense. Anta la tansuranna. Antuma la tansurani. Antum la tansurunna. Anti la tansurinna. Antuma la tansurani, antunna la tansurnani. This is, you know, that for antunna, it is little slightly different here, the endings. So this is how we are going to add nunu tawkid sakila for or the forbidding charts and for the Pele Modari chart. Alhamdulillah. So with that, inshallah, I will conclude this session. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.